don't know my family.
Click allow. Hey, video game that I enjoyed over the years back in the day. SOCOM Navy SEAL. It's crazy that PlayStation 5 is out, Xbox, PC, virtual, and there is yet no SOCOM Navy SEAL. Like I remember the game, I remember sitting there and you would say Echo, Bravo, Delta, Hulu, whatever, and you would and they would go and the game knew to send the squad to go do that. And yeah, you've got Ghost Recon and you have, Rainbow Six, but anyways, I'm the Dad Panther variety streamer, content creator, master of none, unpopular opinion or not. We're going to talk here on the Critics Collective about Echo 3. Echo 3 is a show that is exclusively, as of right now, on Apple Plus streaming. All right. So Apple Plus streaming, which is actually one of the cheaper ones out there. I would spend my money. That does approve that streaming service. I'm not sponsored. Maybe I should be. If I did, this is the time I would say an ad like subscribe, hit the notification button for more. Now, Echo 3 came out 2022, finished out 2023. It's a TV series. Each episode is about an hour. For this show, I'm going to give you my expectations. I'm going to give you highs and lows, and we're going to rate it. And then we're going to get out of the jungle because this is where this is at. IMDb says when Amber goes missing along the Colombian-Venezuela border, her brother and her husband struggle to find her against the backdrop of a secret war. Ooh, sounded like a novel. Well, that's because this was actually torn from a novel. It's actually torn from something else. There was another show that this was done in another country, and it was done by the same screenwriter that did The Hurt Locker and did Zero Dark 30. So it has the right feels, it has the right scope. So when you're watching it, you get it. Now, first impression of this was nothing. I kind of saw a trailer and I was like, "Ooh, I like this." Turn it off, and I stopped because it was giving me the Division feels. It was giving me Extraction 1 and 2. It was giving me what could be, and I was like, "I don't want to mess this up." Again, this on Apple streaming, and this is when Apple is sitting here putting out new content, saying, "Hey, here we are. We have streaming to do." Yeah, there's Tubi and there's Hulu and there's Netflix, but damn it, we're here too. Now, with my lows, and just it's going to set the tone. It's going to let you know how this mission is. This mission is, oh, see, I'm not going to spoil anything. I almost spoiled something. This show, Echo 3, shouldn't have been a show. I've said it before in the past. There are some things where you don't need it to be episodes. You don't need it to be 10 or 8. There's nothing wrong with saying this is a limited series. This is a special series. This is a one-time thing because we want to give you an experience or close the door on a story and or execute a screen-written story as well as we can, and this one fails to do so. It, in my opinion, 3 to 4 episodes, this is it. It's done, and you would walk away saying it's a pretty good movie. You'd probably even say it was a very good movie. But then when it continues, it doesn't have enough oomph. You look at it in the gun frame, respectfully, YouTube. You look at it in the Nerf gun range where you're like, hey, pop, pop, pop. I'm out of ammo. And you look down and you're like, oh, I'm really out of ammo. I don't have anything else. I didn't bring anything. That's exactly how I felt with this one. Now, the good stuff about it was I thought the cast was good. I thought the locations were good. I thought they spent some money on this. And with that being said, there is no season 2 right now. Too much time has passed. You've had the writer strike. You've had Apple trying to Apple's not really saying of these original shows they put together whether or not they're renewing or not. They're just doing things different. They're moving on. Now, what I've heard, and maybe should be unpopular opinion, but a lot of these streaming services don't have the money to keep doing it. They're operating at a loss. Honestly, I believe Apple's operating at a loss. I believe some of these other streaming companies are operating at a loss. And then you have some situations where unless you have a magical piggy bank, I give you an example of Microsoft, right? So Microsoft makes billions of dollars. And one of their hobbies, respectfully, is the Xbox line that they have, that ecosystem. And though they may not make a lot of money with the Game Pass, they still are, collectively rich. But Apple is rich. But the whole idea is I don't think Apple streaming is making them that much money, if any. Now, Echo 3, this is on Apple. and I'm gonna rate it. It just really, there's nothing else to say about it other than let's rate it. So we rate from 0 to 5. This is Echo 3. I do recommend watching this, but here's a twist. Sometimes I say things just to throw a wrench in there, right? What if you watch this, right? What if you watch Echo 3 and you say, hey, look, you know what? The Dad Panther said maybe it just doesn't have enough firepower. Just watch the first 3 episodes, maybe 4 if you're feeling risky, but watch the first 3 and you may walk away and say you really enjoyed it, and that's it, and just leave it to that. No closure, nothing. That just go first 3 or 4 episodes and say, you know what? Maybe at the end of the 3rd episode, you say, you know what? I've had enough. I'm good. I'm gonna walk away from the table. You gotta know when. My rating for this is a 1. It's unfortunate because it doesn't even get the 3 that's the end of the title. It's just, again, an hour per episode. It looks good setting. I like the cast. I like the people behind the scenes, the screenwriter. I like the 2 projects they worked on. It's a book. Makes me want to go read the book, the novel. I'm just saying, for an hour per episode, it's 10 episodes. You do the math. Life is short. I wouldn't use it on this. If they said, hey, look, you only have XYZ episodes, and that's how we should sometimes look at stuff. We should look at it and say, how many episodes is this? If a doctor sat there and said, you have blah, blah, blah episodes left, would you use it on this? I sure as hell won't. I'm just saying. Now, hit the subscribe button, like, follow for more. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Until next time, kalika allow.